Welcome back, and we're here with Ray Scriber, who's over the Main Street program here in Louisiana, and he's done an incredible job at growing this program over the years. Tell us about what it does for those local communities and how it helps those local businesses.
Well, there are 35 Main Street communities across the state of Louisiana. 31 are small towns, and 4 are neighborhood commercial districts in the city of New Orleans. And what Main Street is it's a revitalization program that focuses on revitalization of historic downtowns and small towns and historic neighborhood commercial districts. So it really works to help bring back the heart of small town communities and to support really even micro businesses that have employees of 15 and less. So very, very small businesses and entrepreneurs, and help them be successful in their downtowns of their hometowns.
You also have a grant program that we give out every year to those communities because, you know, we believe that, and I know you do, that local communities know best how to promote and market and bring people into their communities. Tell us a little bit about that grant program and how that's helped those communities around the state.
Our grant program is really focused on building rehabilitation for historic buildings in the downtown areas. And so that is a way that the state can help in people and building owners invest in their buildings, bring them back to a place that they can be used again, restored to historically appropriate setting and the way it should look, and then make it better for people to use. And so this gives great spaces for people to open up their small businesses.
I know often in many of these communities that I visited with you, they need that extra incentive, and we're going to talk later about the historical tax credits, but that added, you know, new awning or new facelift to the building can make a difference in a business making it or not, and also make a difference in whether that investor wants to take on that project.
Right.
Because many of these old buildings, when you start to refurbish them, you don't know until you get started the cost and expense, and we've got a lot of champions around Louisiana that really do a good job doing that.
You're exactly right. The historic buildings have challenges sometimes that are hidden that you don't know about, but doing things like putting a new awning, new signage, new paint if it needs painting, things to spruce up the building helps not only that particular building but the whole downtown area. And once people see one building owner start to do something, then they become interested and want to make their building look good as well.
Absolutely. I think that happens across Louisiana, even in neighborhoods. You know, the local communities, when you see the local elected officials really get invested and helping, you know, the old theaters and bringing back some of the Main Street celebrations, you know, Antique Alley and all those things have really helped many of those businesses make it. And now as we come out of COVID, to really try to help on a state level, invest in staycation, things like inviting family and friends back for the holidays to shop in those Main Street local family-owned businesses. We're really going to have to reach out and help these people, because getting back open is one thing. We've got to make sure they're making money so they can remain open.
Right. Well, and our small businesses are so important to our economy in the state of Louisiana. You know, the cost to create a new job in a small business is so much less than it is to go out and recruit a big industry and create jobs that way. So it's important to have our strong small businesses. The money stays in the community. Their supplies are a lot of times really in good shape. Even coming out of COVID, the supply chains are not as bad for them because they source locally for their stock and the things that they have in their stores. And they are our neighbors, they're our friends that own these businesses, and it is important to bring people to those businesses.
And I've seen, you know, as I've traveled the state, even doing phase 2 and phase 3 of COVID, many of the small towns have done quite well, where people have stayed out of the big cities and the big shopping malls. They still wanted to get out. They still had the itch to get out and spend some money. So many of our small communities actually saw a little bit of an increase through COVID. So as we promote now the museums all over the state, the state parks, getting people to travel around, Main Street is such an important part of that. So I want to thank you not only for being here today and telling us a little bit about Main Street, but I want to thank you and your team. We've got so many great ambassadors around Louisiana, and you surely have a love and passion for what you do. I hear it everywhere I go, how you're invested in those communities, personally getting out there and helping those people. So thank you again.
Thank you.
And you do great work for the state. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
So we're going to be right back, and we're going to talk about historical preservation and those grants that are so important, coupled with the Main Street, how this was helping communities all over Louisiana. We'll be right back.